Good morning to you. How are you? It's a chilly, cold 26th of November. It is, right? It is out there. It is very damp this morning. Damp. Really damp. Kind of nasty, really. Not very nice. Anyway, good morning to you all, or should I say good afternoon. We're just on the top of the hour at 12 o'clock on the 26th of November 2020. Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be talking about level 3. I used to love level 42. And I used to love level 42 more than I like this stuff that's going on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm going to use a 7-letter word here. 7-letter word. It's a dangerous word. It is freedom. How many of you remember freedom? Do you remember freedom? The amount of liberties that have been stripped from you this last 100 days is extraordinary. Let me tell you. Listen, I would rather be free completely and wholly and catch this thing and die from it on my own 2 feet. I swear to God I would, than have to live in a world and a country where I have to put a mask on when I get on an aeroplane, where I have to have a flu jab or a virus jab to get on an aeroplane. All these contracts, all these hidden hands. I'd rather catch it and die. I've got to be honest with you, because I did it in my own freedom. Does that make sense? Who's getting it? Who understands where I'm coming from? They're now moving into a level 3. As this level 3 lockdown. They're going for gold, as Celebrek would say. Surprise, surprise. They're going for gold. Good morning, everybody. Better to die standing than living on your knees. Absolutely. We still got people alive today, right, around this world that have numbers tattooed on their arms. We still have it. The Germans used to put them just on the inside there. So when you've got to have and wear a lanyard round your neck, one of these things on the, just to prove, oh, I'm exempt. Ooh. You're labelling yourself. You're putting yourself on a Sainsbury's shelf like a packet of tomatoes that says from Spain, 6 of your finest tomatoes. You're labelling yourself. Freedom don't need any explanation. Freedom is a given. You don't have to explain freedom. Unbelievable. And we're all fighting amongst each other. The mask wearers versus the non-mask wearers. It's going to be like a scene out of Gladiator soon, I swear. Pretzels ready. Gladiators ready. Yeah, and everyone's going to be, why are they going to be beating each other up? It's unbelievable what's going on. So, yeah, apparently announcements this morning. Everyone's going to have a tier 3 level wedding cake lockdown for Crimbo. Well, I bet you're looking forward to Black Friday, aren't you? Oh, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Evening, all, said Dixon and Doc Green. Stevie J. Sleep, how are you, mate? I'm fully of anger, sadness at the UK. We need to come together to fight this. Love you, brothers and sisters. Absolutely like Owen Lloyd Martin. Look, listen, I'm going to give you some measured thing here, right? Now, I like facts. I work for a living with my hands. You know, I do bathrooms, boilers. I do all sorts of different bits and bobs. Excuse the hair. And I'm an evidence-based kind of individual. You know, if I put pipework in and it's to supply hot water, I need to see hot water come out of that tap. I need to make sure it's got a good flow rate. I need to prove that it works. So all of what I've done in my life has been common sense-based, and I'm good at what I do, okay, because I keep that rationale. I live in a very rural village. It's a bit like Darling Buds of May with Pa Larkin, with Catherine Zeta-Jones. You remember Catherine? Bit of a salt. We have approximately, right, 7,000. I'm sorry, I'm working. I'm doing bits on my car, but it's just got a bit damp in the garage. I'm like, nah, in case I catch something. Don't want to catch it. I've just had my vitamin Ds and my vitamin Cs. Slow release. We drink distilled water. Don't drink none of that tap stuff. Take all lots of minerals, fulvic minerals, iodine, Lugel's iodine. Take all sorts of good things to keep the system aligned, right? Really do. So in my village, there is approximately 7,000 to 8,000 people. and the adjoining village, which is a mile away, has about the same. Between us, there's approximately 14,000 souls, right, that come and go. They do what they like to do. They're probably all on the trains going up to London working, or furloughed, or all this other weird stuff that's going on. And we've had one elderly gentleman, apparently and allegedly, because I can't prove it, has passed away from the Rona 1984, the old Kung flu, right? Now, I know people are getting it, but the point is this. We've sensationalized this thing, and we've sensationalized the death that comes from it. But death is a nasty business, regardless of how you die. I've known people that have passed away from sitting on the toilet. Let's be measured. If we're going to sensationalise the Kung flu, let's sensationalise cancer. Let's sensationalise kids with cancer. Let's all have issy fit. Let's all wear masks. Oh, fuck. Everything's airborne. You can catch so much airborne. It should be the 101 Airborne Division, right? So anyway, we've lost one elderly gentleman, apparently, allegedly, I'm going to say that loosely, to the Kung flu out of 14,000 people. So unless I'm living in a part of the country that's not connected to the rest of the mainland, and there's a big fence around us, a big ozone fence around us, I'm just wondering whether there's other parts of the country that are having thousands and thousands of deaths. I'm not sure about this. Now, when we go back at TB, all the satellite hospitals were out in the countryside, and with TB, they used to sit patients outside and wrap them up warm in the winter, yeah, to get that fresh air into them, because fresh air, yeah, is the key. It got rid of TB. We used to have TB. Come on, peeps, do your history. You know the stuff. So it might be the fact that I live very rural. I try and keep myself to myself. I try and travel as little as possible because I am very respectful of people, okay? And if they have concerns of the Kung flu, I'll quite happily get in my van, come home, no problem. I don't want to upset anybody's feelings. I really don't, because that's the nature of who I am. I don't want to upset anyone. And if I was wearing a mask, and if I truly believed that this was a real killer pan-scamdemic, I'd wear a mask. But would I abuse other people for not wearing a mask? No. I might think it and think, oh, they could do with wearing it. But would I go up to them and, "You're not wearing the mask. What is up with you? What is lost?" No, I wouldn't. Because it's none of my business what other people do. Like in my private life, it's none of your business what I do. But I share my life and I share my experiences with you. And why are we treating the National Health Service like a golden calf? I use my van. I use my tools. It gives me my life. This is my fortune. I can't just sit at that van and look at it and go, "Oh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it?" Yeah, but I can't touch it. God, Jesus. I'd never get anywhere. So why is the NHS not working flat out? Why are all these test stations? My friend Calvin's just gone to a Maidstone test station. It's in a very beautiful looking blonde woman there that was in the test station carrying out all these tests. And because there's no one down there, hardly a few people walking in, as soon as she realised that he was recording, she done a runner. Why would you do a runner in the first place? You wouldn't. Don't forget, Rona gets 5 days out of Christmas this year. Yeah. So apparently now it's level 3, and you bet your bottom dollar them old Bill are going to be out there introducing that level 3 people. They're loving this. The police are getting boners and knocking one out over this. They love it. They absolutely love it. Tracy Pearson, hello, Dole. Awaken World, morning to see you. Lovely to see you, Stevie Downs. Hello, Dave from the Southwest. Hello, gorgeous. Karen Campbell, free of Toxic Carol. Giving a little bit of a roll call here. I think Patsy Ballantyne is. I can just see her comment at the top here. So look, what's going on? Is my village and my adjoining village, is it separate from the rest of the country? Am I on a foreign planet? Am I out in some different kind of atmosphere? What's going on? The facts remain. People do get this thing. The majority of people are getting over it. It's really affecting the elderly and the people with underlying health conditions. Because let's face it, If your immune system is down, and most of us have a downed immune system because our immune systems are never really given a chance to nurture and to grow as they should do, because we have all these vaccines. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, people, but I know that this is turning into something very sinister, and I think that people are really starting to see it now and starting to push back. Well, I hope you are. The amount of freedoms that you've all lost within the last 100 days are phenomenal. You now have to prove your existence. You have to prove your freedom and your right to breathe clean, fresh air wherever you are, by a lanyard, a piece of paper from a doctor. And what are these things? They're just pieces of paper. Like I say, freedom requires no explanation. You might want to say that to a copper when he stops you. Freedom requires no explanation, constable. It's more than a 7-lettered word. I have been very, very well, plus I've been close to a so-called Kung Flu affected individual. Look, I know one of my good golfing buddy mates has come down with something. They took him to hospital. They was concerned. He was home the same day, and I wish him well, and I love him to pieces, my friend Paul. I really do. You know, super boost your immune systems, ladies and gentlemen. Vitamin D, vitamin C, iron, magnesium supplements. You know, we fail to put into our bodies and our temples what we should be putting in there. And this is why, I mean, even in the food chain, food's so mass produced now that the minerals and vitamins and all the stuff they're just not in it. And we're eating all the wrong things. We're supposed to eat what is coming from nature, in essence, the vegetables, the root stuff. That's what we're supposed to be doing. My friend Owen Lloyd Martin, that's in the room, moved to Portugal to grow his own food, to cure one of his illnesses that he had, and I think he's doing pretty well with that. Perhaps he'll share his testimony up in this chat room. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. Quick, yeah. I grew up in London. That was my gig. I'm a Peckham boy. I grew up in southeast London, innit? In the ends. I'm down at the ends, mate. Yeah, I do super green powder. Super green powder is fantastic. Everything that you do that you put in your body, want to heal yourself, has to have a good cellular structure. It has to be as nature intended. If it's been pasteurized, if it's been superheated, it's got no goodness in it. It's been killed. It's been over 100 degrees. Over 100 degrees kills all vitamins and minerals in your food. It's best to take it plant-based, cold, raw, as God intended. Trust me, it really is. And it tastes so good. That's why my group Super Juice Me as close to 3,000 members, and I'll share you a little testimony. There's a woman in there with insulin deficiencies and this, that, and she's about 6 or 7 days through a 25-day juicing fast. And I'll show you my group. This is my group of Facebook. This is called Super Juice Me. Okay, we've got 2.4 thousand members. Do I want to join the group? No, I run the group. This woman here. Hi everybody, I'm on day 3 of 28 Super Juice Me. I've done 3 or 30-day juice fast before, but not with Jason Val. I have type 1 diabetes, which I have lived with for 42 years and have a background in personal training and integrative nutrition. Plus was a whole food chef until I fractured my spine and tore both my shoulders in 3 places bodybuilding in 2016. Since then, I've put on 20 kilos and have much inflammation in my hands, feet, shoulders, and recently started down the perineumopause, crikey, path, and my whole body was aching. I can't even say that word. I also got IBS from eating certain foods and have no thyroid after having it removed from Graves' disease. So I'm insulin and thyroid replacement medication, which I'd love not to take. On day 3, I'm already feeling much less inflammation and felt totally exhausted up until today, so I've only been walking about 30 minutes a day. I used to train at the gym 5 days a week until January. I lost my love for training. I bought a bike now and will start to swim and train outdoors, being in the summer in Australia. Already down 1.1 kilograms in 3 days, but at times I have to break some rules. If my sugar levels go too low, I have already halved my insulin requirements. Looking forward to the next 25 days, but I'm a little concerned that I am doing the right things before Christmas celebration starts. This is the lady in question. Beautiful, beautiful woman there. So I've got a friend of mine as well, right? And this is a really interesting one. I've known him since I was 16, I guess. Steve Barber is a gorgeous fella. And he's really good with renovating motorbikes and doing all sorts. He's really cool. Where did you say you have to show proof from what date, Dave? I'm never showing proof about anything. I'm existing. I'm here. I don't need a piece of paper to explain who I am. And he's got, my friend Steve's got diabetes, right? I think he don't produce enough sugar or the other way around. But he has an insulin pump. Yeah, works on a battery thing, plugs him all the time, gives him a hit. But he says when he goes abroad, right, when he goes abroad, he don't take his pump for 2 weeks. He don't need insulin for 2 weeks because of the sunshine and the warmth. Now, that is D3. That is vitamin D that's stopping him having to take the insulin because his body's getting the stuff that it needs through the sunlight. You'd be surprised how good the sun is for you through your retinas and through your skin. But most people, when they go abroad, we'll like to be clean. Don't get me wrong. But what we should be doing is taking some cocoa butters or some sort of nice smelling stuff because natural, organic, when we sit out in the sun or we get the exposure to vitamin D, we get in the shower at night, we wash it off. What we're supposed to do is let it get into our bodies. So if you just want to have a little freshen up, maybe put some oils on. Maybe, I don't know. But my friend doesn't use his insulin kit all the time he's abroad. He just don't need it. Until he comes home, then he's bang on it again. It don't make sense. But the only thing I can see the difference is the food's pretty much the same. The beer out the tap's pretty much the same. The only thing I can see is when he goes abroad, the vitamin D from the sun and the warmth, that's what's making him not be insulin dependent. That's how I see it. Yes, coconut oil. Oh, I love it. When did you say you have to show? I'm not showing proof for nothing. God, Jesus, never will I have to show proof to prove my freedom. I don't know about you guys. Jesus, they'll be begging us. We're going to have to start begging for gruel soon. So, yeah, ladies, I just thought I'd pop in. I am busy this morning. I've got some stuff to do, should I say afternoon. But I just wanted to let you know that your illustrious politicians, the scumbags, anyway, hang on, I'm just reading some text. I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Oh, I can't think. So, yeah, you're on level 3. These politicians have gone too far now. But we'll see. This is all about how much are you prepared to take? What are you prepared to take? How many freedoms are you prepared to lose before you go, no thanks? Because if you keep allowing this, then we're going to become it. And, well, I certainly ain't. People, I love you. I'll see you all soon. Yeah, be good, be lucky, stay blessed.